Hello, everybody, and welcome back once more to Jillo Lantern First Slice. I am TheOutbackAl.
And I'm CheerandCosplay.
And we're about to investigate some possible murders that are happening around Lake Shish Kabob. But first, let me remind everybody, there's still a Kickstarter going for Jillo Lantern Final Cut, the third chapter of this game. The creators are looking to finish out the series strong, and we kind of want to see how this all turns out. So if you want to help them out with that, you can go there. The link is in the description below, and there's also the link to the itch.io page if you want to play this game for yourself and maybe make some different decisions than the ones that we've been making. So yeah, Chibi, I want to let you lead on this one. You probably know a lot more about this than I do.
I was too focused on finding joy last time to take a proper look at the crime scene. But now I'm a little calmer, I should be able to apply what I learned in the classroom and find some clues about our unknown slasher.
Yes, your classroom time as a forensic psychologist.
Classroom? Wait, are you like a CSI in training? Not quite. I'm studying to be a forensic psychologist. It's just a psychologist. Oh, so you're more like Felonious Brains. Awesome. This means you'll be able to reconstruct the perpetrator from the scene of the crime, right? Well, that show tends to exaggerate what we can do, and I'm only a student, but I should be able to figure out something. Awesome. What can I do to help? Just give me some light and let me know if you see anything that seems out of place. This may not be my first dead body tonight, but this is my first time doing a real investigation. Gotcha. Okay, let's find some clues.
All right. Let's find the clues. All right, I'm going to let you take over here because you're going to know more what to do than I do.
Let's look at the ore.
Okay.
Okay, got blood. Hey, there's blood on this ore. So there is. That's odd. It must have spurted out of the guy on the post when he got impaled. No, look around. There's no blood anywhere else on the dock, and the body is angled so that the fountain blood spurts like you're imagining would have sprayed towards the lake, not the dock. Huh. Maybe the killer used the ore to try to pry him off the post then? Or more likely, the blood didn't come from the impaled body.
Okay.
So, probably from the one in the lake.
Should we click that next?
Yep. There's blood coming from this guy's head. I saw. He probably suffered from some kind of head wound, either before falling into the water or on his way down. Blunt force trauma. I don't see anything that he could have hit as he fell, and the water's pretty deep at the end of the dock. That doesn't look that deep. Trust me, I fell in there plenty of times. Well, what do you expect when you walk around with your eyes shut? But I agree that it seems likely that something struck him in the head first, then he fell into the water. Like the ore.
Okay.
Cups. Hey! There's some of those red cups from the party! No surprise there. These two are from the party. They must have slipped away and come here after Mark passed out the cups. Look, you can see the names and what they drank written on them. See. Bobby T, Cola, Johnny R, Liquor, Rum, Vodka, Fireball. Yeah! Yeesh! Did he just write the whole drinks menu on this thing? Either he really wanted to win the drinking competition, or he had never mixed a drink before in his life. Farewell, Johnny R. We hardly knew ye, apart from how you would have made a terrible bartender. Okay, let's look at that body. Yeesh, I think between the two of them, this guy got it the worse. It's certainly not a good way to go. Looks like the post stabbed through him just under the ribcage. Ooh.
Is that bad?
I mean, there's not a whole lot for it to go through aside from, like, the diaphragm and whatever organs are there. So, not fun. If you didn't die immediately from the sheer trauma, I doubt you would have lived longer than a few seconds after he was impaled. So, the post destroyed his diaphragm? There you go. Does that mean our killer has knowledge of anatomy and purposely killed him in such a way that he wouldn't be able to call for help? Probably not. You watch a lot of crime shows, don't you?
Honestly, Chibi, this is making me suspicious of you. Are you the killer?
No, I'm right here.
Yes, but where were you when this happened?
I was with Vivian, so...
Sure you were.
Well, to answer your question, no. We heard him scream as he fell onto the post, remember? Oh, yeah. But then why go to the effort of impaling him? But just to leave the other guy floating in the lake. The post is pretty sharp. As horrific as this is, I think he was just shoved backwards and fell onto the post, possibly by accident. Well, that's a lame way to die. I haven't seen any good ways to die tonight.
All
So...
Right. Boop, 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 boop.
That's
boop,
4.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, turn around. Footprints. Aha! Footprints! The most classic of all clues. Well, I can't argue with that. Especially since, like, all classic footprints, these don't make any sense. What do you mean? Just look at them. These are my footprints, right? Yeah. And these two sets of footprints have to be the victims. What's your point? Because the one hit the other one with the oar, and then the one fell into the lake, and when the other one fell backwards, it was because he hit the other person. I know how logic works.
Yeah.
The only prints here are the ones leading on to the dock. None of them lead away from it. Well, yeah, but there are 2 bodies and you're carrying me. That's 3 and 3, right? What's the problem? The problem is, where are the killer's footprints? If the only footprints are from me and our victims, then how did the killer get onto the docks? Or off of it? Oh, that's easy. If you say swimming... It's obvious. If the killer didn't come by land, then they must have come by sea. The killer must have come up and out of the lake. That would certainly make sense as an escape route, but there's a problem with your theory on the killer using it as an entrance. Where's the water? Oh? Look at the dock, it's completely dry. No puddles or water anywhere. If the killer came up out of the lake, then they should have left some kind of sign. Maybe they used the boat? A boat. But there's already a boat tied to the end of this dock. And if the killer took another boat, then we should have seen it on the water when we arrived. Okay, I think that's about all the clues we're going to find here. So we have 2 dudes who broke away from the party and came out to the docks alone. One of them had a very strong drink in hand and the other was drinking a plain soda. Then someone comes out of nowhere, clacks one guy over the head into the lake, and then goes all Vlad Tepish on the other. Then our unknown killer disappears without a trace that they were ever here apart from 2 dead bodies. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? If you're about to suggest that there's another demon or magical entity hunting around here, then you best brace yourself for disappointment. What? I'm the only supernatural force on this lake apart from the book, and I can say for certain that the book had no part in this. How can you be sure? Magic here works by modifying the code of your reality. I can read that code, and I can tell when it's been altered and by who. There hasn't been any magic used around here since your spell. This double murder was completely mundane. But that's impossible! The evidence shows only 2 people were on this dock. Again.
Yep.
It was murder. It was murder in an accident. Damn it, I must have missed something. Hang on a minute. I think I might be onto something here. Huh? We assumed that there were 3 people here. 2 victims and the killer. But what if there was no third person? Is there any way the rest of the clues make sense that way? I don't know. Let's start at the beginning. Is there anything that might tell us why they came out here?
Cups or footprints? Probably, I mean, that's how they got here, and that was probably already here, but the cups. They had to bring those.
Well, the cups might hint at something. The cups? Yeah, see the... Yes? Actually, never mind. It's baseless conjecture. No, tell me. Well, remember how one of the drinks was ridiculously strong? There are plenty of possible explanations for why someone would do that at a party, but... Well, I mean, if someone invited me to come with them to look at a beautiful moonlit lake, I'd either think they were going to murder me or... confess. Wow, you think Johnny made up the strongest drink possible to get up enough courage to ask Bobby out? It's just a theory. No, it makes sense. Okay, so the 2 came here for a moonlight confession. But how do we get from gay hallmark moment to CSI intro?
The confession went well. The confession went badly. They were interrupted. They couldn't have been interrupted. There's no one else here.
Yeah.
We have to assume things went awry.
Yeah. Maybe Bobby's confession didn't go over well? Wow, you mean like this is some kind of murder-suicide? Something like that. I think what happened is... Wait! Allow me! Ooh!
Got that illusion magic.
Yeah. Johnny invites Bobby out to a romantic moonlit scene to profess his love. He loads himself up on booze to build his courage. But when he finally confesses his true feelings, Bobby is unable to return them. He tries to let Johnny down easy, but alas. With alcohol still swirling in his head, Johnny picks up the nearby oar and swings it at Bobby's head in a fit of scorned rage. Bobby goes tumbling into the water and Johnny sees a lifeless corpse of his love floating up on the surface. He looks down at Bobby's bobbing body. Shakespearean tragedy stirs in his heart. Horrified at what he's done, Johnny looks around for help but sees only the pointed moonlit tip of the dock post. He knows what he must do. He hurls himself backwards onto the post, piercing it through his already broken heart. So ends the tragic tale of Bob and Joe. Do you write fan fiction by any chance? Yeah, all demons do. Why?
That makes sense.
Uh-huh. No reason. But getting back to your assessment, I'll grant you it's at least plausible. Although if we assume the murderer was the one with the strong drink, I think it's more likely he simply lost his balance after swinging the oar and fell onto the post by accident. Rather than pausing to dramatically fling himself backward onto the spike. Especially since we heard the splash and the scream roughly at the same time. I like my version better. I'm sure you do. But if we're right, and this was actually some kind of bizarre murder-suicide or even just an accident, that still leaves us with an even bigger question. If these 2 killed themselves, then who stole all my other kills? Not the way I would have put it, but yeah. This also hasn't brought us any closer to saving Joy. Do you know how to get to where she was killed? Huh? Oh, yeah, I think so. Now let's go. Maybe we can figure out something there or just wait for the killer to arrive. Really? Well, it's not like we have any leads on where to find the witch's cave. Plus, I can tell how important this is to you. I figure if you're not worrying about the pumpkin hater getting axed, you're going to be more willing to help me. Thank you. But you're walking this time. I'm not carrying you around everywhere. Aww.
So, that was your first investigation together. How close were you two to the truth?
Pretty close. We were off on a few details, but we only found that out later.
I see. So, your next stop was the clearing where you found Joy's body.
Yes, but we ran into an unpleasant acquaintance along the way. Hello, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. She's a real ballbuster.
So, you do know where we're going this time, right? It's kind of hard to forget where you saw your best friend's corpse. Right, sorry.
Hey, V, is that you?
Crap, it's Mark. Want me to kill him? What? No! No killing. Just go hide for a minute. I'll take care of this. Fine. Close your eyes.
Is that your birthday girl?
Oh, hey, Mark. Didn't see you there.
Everybody's looking for you. What gives?
They are?
Yeah, Joy said you hadn't been acting like yourself lately. She's been asking everyone where you are. She's really worried.
Oh my god, I completely forgot. She said she needed my help with something. I have to go. Oh my gosh. She's going to be so... Ugh.
Did you poop again?
I think she tripped.
Whoa, hey, careful, V. Are you okay?
It's Vivian. And yeah, I'm fine. I just tripped over a plant root.
Wow, it almost looks like it's wrapped around your leg.
Yeah, imagine that.
Here, let me get that for you.
Thanks for the offer, but...
Vine snaps.
Whoa, did you just rip those vines apart with your bare hands?
Heh, no play can stand up to Marcus Andrew Martin. Oh god, I'm running out of voices. Now let's get you back to the party.
Actually, can you do me a favor? Can you tell Joy that I have something really important that I need to do and I won't be able to help her?
Huh?
Tell her I'm really sorry, but I just can't put this off.
Oh, well, how about you come and tell yourself, okay?
I can't. I wish I could, but I really have to go. Hey!
Joy was right. You're acting weird.
Says who? Let go of me, Mark. I'm warning you.
You're coming with me now.
Last chance.
Look, V, this is for your own goo. I don't know what the goo is, but... Sound of nuts being cracked.
Hoo, I think I know what's good for me. Thanks.
You're gonna pay for that, you little...
The lady said she's not going anywhere, barbecue boy.
What the hell are you?
Interesting choice of phrase. Vivian, would you mind turning around for a sec?
Hey, this is none of your business, you... Ooh! Ooh! What the fuck are you?
Your worst nightmare.
Ah!
Your worst nightmare? Really? Oh, come on. Like you haven't dreamed of saying that line. Well, maybe. I'm surprised you didn't kill him, though. I know I said not to, but still. Any death I could give would have been too dignified for a slime ball like that. I mean, he is a slime ball. but he was just trying to take me back to Joy.
And that's another thing. What is with you and that pumpkin hater? All anyone has to do is say her name, and you will do whatever they tell you with a smile. I thought it was just some closeted gay crush at first, but now I'm getting concerned.
It's not a crush, she's just... She helps me. I owe her. More than I can ever repay.
Helps you? What is that?
Look, can we talk about this after we make sure she's not gonna die? Please?
On one condition. I want you to promise me to rein it in with your little Joy crazy shtick. At least so I don't have to keep physically restraining you.
Fine. Now let's get going. That was a short chapter.
Yeah.
Jill and I didn't talk much after that until we arrived at the circle. I don't know what was on her mind, but all I could think about was Joy.
Now, shouldn't you think about Joy? What about her specifically?
Mostly how disappointed she was going to be in me for not doing what she told me to do. A big part of me wanted to just run back and tell her everything, but a bigger part of me made me keep walking toward the circle. Well, a bigger pumpkin demon anyway.
Do you think you made the right choice?
About going to the circle instead of back to the party? Yes. It was time I started confronting some painful realities, though I had no idea how painful it was going to be. Here it is.
Oh, I remember this place. This is where I chased you and the boys in the boy toys for the first time.
Yeah. Found Joy's body in the center of this circle with a weird knife sticking out of her chest. Well, what is this all for?
Huh? How should I know?
But you're a demon, aren't you? Can't you tell what this ritual stuff is supposed to do?
Now who's been watching too many movies?
Huh?
There's nothing magical about anything here. It's all fake.
What?
I mean, just look at it. Spooky symbols drawn in the ground, random objects laying around in a satanic pentagram, a goat skull and black candles. This is all just some kind of stage show.
But there was a real dead body here. My best friend's body.
So you keep reminding me.
Humans just don't know the difference.
No. Look, I'm not saying nothing bad is going to happen here. I'm just saying that there's nothing magical going on.
So, this is the work of a mundane murderer?
Well, a mundane something anyway. Hey, how about we look around for clues? Maybe we can figure out who set this up.
Fine.
Alright.
Clues!
Well, what do we have around here? I mean,
Circle.
we got a couple
Circle.
obvious things.
Uh-huh. There's something weird about these candles.
You mean because they're spooky black candles?
I mean, they're not made out of normal wax. I'm more interested in this
pentagram. I thought it was just painted on the ground at first, but this thing has at least 3 dimensions.
It looks like it's made from some kind of cloth, but it's been stuffed with something heavy to weigh it down. And it smells kind of like my dad's old cedar chest.
So somebody made a giant pentagram-shaped pillow and what? Filled it with wood chips?
It seems like a lot of effort if none of this is real magic.
There's no way this thing is real.
You're free to check it for a made in China sticker. But I overheard some people complaining about how they had to dissect goat heads for a biology class last week.
Aren't you humans supposed to dissect frogs or something?
That's high school stuff. I'm in college.
Wait, doesn't this mean whoever set this up is from your college?
Very good, Jill. Maybe your head isn't completely hollow after all.
Thanks! Hey, wait a minute. The cooler, yes. Hey, I think I see something over there.
Where?
Over here, behind that tree. Come on.
It's one of the coolers from the party.
What's that doing over here?
I've got a bad feeling about this, like I'm in some Star Wars movie.
What the? Wow, that doesn't look like beach party stuff to me.
Is that a jar of paint?
Going by what's on the paintbrush, I'd say it's a jar of blood.
You cannot be serious.
Well, we've all seen enough of it tonight. What do you think?
Okay, yeah, it's probably blood. Huh. Feel like I should be more upset about this.
Why? We just got our first big break.
Huh?
Let's just say our killer just made their first and last mistake by leaving this here. But let's finish looking around first. I doubt we'll have time once I start.
Okay.
Okay.
This isn't German. It looks like French?
They're French.
Looks like late 16th century going by the grammar, though I'm no expert.
Wait, you can read French?
There are stories in every language and culture in your world. What, do you think demons only learn the ones in English?
Okay, fair. But how can you tell it's 16th century?
Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm more of a movie fan. But I paid enough attention in class to know my Renaissance from my contemporaries. Also, my professor is really into France.
Every time I talk to you, I feel like I have so many more questions about my reality.
Good.
I feel the same way about you. But getting back to this page, text is old French, but I'm sure you already noticed the paper itself is modern.
Yeah, it looks like it was photocopied or printed out from a book, then just tossed into the cooler. You can see it's a bit crumpled in places. What does this say? I think I can guess from the picture, but...
Yeah, it's your standard instructions on making a sacrifice to some ancient god of the moon to gain untold power, mumbo jumbo. It's not real.
I'm pretty sure someone thinks it's very real, Jill.
I mean... Okay, fine. But my point is this ritual isn't going to give someone actual magical powers.
You need to speak German for that.
So it's a 16th century French scam?
Part of some old human-invented cult, I'd say.
Does the page say what the sacrifice is made to? Even if it's not real, the deity could be an important clue.
No, it's pretty vague. But there's some talk about the elements and star alignments, but it's just a lot of up-your-own-ass poetry. I think it has something to do with the moon, but I'm not sure what.
But you're sure it's a human sacrifice?
I think so. It's using very flowery language, so it might be a metaphor? I don't really get it.
Neither do I. This is making less and less sense by the minute.
One last thing.
Yes. That's the knife! The one that killed Joy.
This isn't the same one that melts people, is it?
No, that one was all metal. This thing looks like it's made of bone and wrapped in some kind of leather.
I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure this is a man-made material.
You mean it's fake?
No, I mean it's all made out of man. Human bone and human skin leather.
How can you be sure?
Well, I mean, it could be made out of woman or non-binary, but then the pun wouldn't really work.
Can you take this seriously?
No.
Hish. Just trying to lighten the mood a little.
So, it's made out of human parts?
Yes, it is.
Great. Okay.
Seems like everything.
Okay, so, what have we learned?
My best friend was used as a human sacrifice by some moon-worshipping French cult from my school's biology class? And going from the homemade candles and portable pentagram, they're at least halfway decent at arts and crafts, too.
And I thought things were getting crazy before. Did we switch scripts or something?
At this point, my sense of reality is too shaken to argue with your stupidity.
Oi. So, you think whoever set this up is responsible for all the other murders around here?
Is it bad to say I hope so? I really don't want to consider the possibility of a third killer.
Wouldn't it technically be a fourth? There's already me, the witch, and whoever set this up.
Yeah, but you haven't killed anyone, remember?
What does a grumpy pumpkin sound like?
Which reminds me of the two we found on the docks.
Yeah, looking back on it, does it seem weird to you that there just happened to be a random murder-suicide tonight?
It does seem like a bit too much of a coincidence, but I don't see how it could be connected.
Neither do I.
And I am still no closer to saving Joy.
Au contraire, mon ami. I happen to have the solution to that particular problem.
You do?
Just watch.
Wait, what are you?
Demonic pumpkin munchings.
Huh. Bit of a smoky aftertaste.
Did you just eat the knife?
I incinerated it. And the ritual instructions. No knife? No knife to death, pumpkin hater.
Also, no evidence to find the killer with.
Wrong again. I still have the most important piece of evidence. Blood. Behold! The key to our victory.
Huh? The blood jar?
With this, and a little bit of real magic I prepared before I left home, I'll be able to track down our mystery killer like a jack-headed hellhound.
Please never refer to anything as jack-headed ever again.
So how's it gonna work? Okay, let's see some magic.
Do we want an explanation, or do we just want to see some magic?
We can see some magic.
Okay. Alright, let's get on with it.
Okay, stand back and watch me show our wannabe wizard some real magic.
Why do I have a really bad feeling about this? I stood back and watched as Jill held her hand over the jar for a few seconds before a line of fire shot up from it.
Ooh, the trees are on fire.
And it shot straight at me.
The fire trap captured you?
For a while, Jill and I just stared at each other in shock. We're the killer. Jill put out the fire spell, then tried a couple more times to make sure it was working, but each time it was the same result. It didn't matter where I stood or how far away I was, the fire always went right for me.
What did you think that meant?
There was only one thing it could have meant. Somehow, the jar was filled with my blood.
Oh, no. You look tired, and we've been going for over an hour. Let's take a break.
Okay, I guess this is a good place to stop. Things got pretty crazy after that. There was so much I was about to find out. Why people were dying, what the ritual was for, who was still waiting for us in the woods. We hadn't even met the witch again. Things got really bad after that.
And it can wait. Right now, I want you to go get a drink, get some air, relax a little, remind yourself that this is over.
Is it though? It doesn't feel like it is. It almost feels like I'm still stuck in the loop.
All the more reason to take a break. Now go. It's the end of part 1, and we're going to have to come back with part 2 next time. So, again, they got the Kickstarter going for part 3. We do want to eventually get there, but next time we're probably going to have to come back with part 2. So, check out the Kickstarter if you want to help fund the final bit of this game series. Check out itch.io if you want to check out this chapter or the next chapter with whatever's going to be coming with that. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next part of this. Bye-bye.
Bye!
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, and feel free to check out some of our other gaming videos, our weekly podcast Anime Yay or Nay, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!